Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into Daniel Lieberman's thought-provoking book Exercise, Why Something We Never Evolved to Do is Healthy and Rewarding. I read this book recently and learned some interesting things, especially from the evolutionary point of view. Now, if you've ever wondered why exercising is so tough or why it's so hard to stay motivated, this book has some fascinating answers. Over the next 10 minutes, we are going to go through the key takeaways from this book and what they mean for you and your health. Let's get started. The first major point Lieberman makes is that humans didn't evolve to exercise for the sake of exercise. If we think about it from an evolutionary perspective, our ancestors didn't have gyms, treadmills, or fitness classes. They were focused on survival, finding food, avoiding predators, and reproducing. Physical activity was largely incidental to those activities and not something they did for fun or health. For instance, early humans would walk long distances, but not because they wanted to burn calories, they needed to. They hunted and gathered in ways that kept them active, but this was driven by necessity, not leisure. As Lieberman puts it, we evolved to be physically active, but not for the same reasons we exercise today. Next, Lieberman talks about why exercise can feel so unpleasant at times. It's because our bodies weren't designed for voluntary physical exertion. Instead, we evolved to conserve energy whenever possible. In the wild, conserving energy was essential for survival. If you use too much energy on unnecessary tasks, you might not have enough to escape the danger or find food. That's why we push ourselves to exercise. It feels unnatural. It goes against our evolutionary instincts to conserve energy. Our bodies fight it by making us feel so tired or out of breath. Now, even though our bodies weren't designed for regular exercise, Lieberman makes it clear that physical activity is crucial for health. The good news is that despite our evolutionary wiring, exercise is incredibly beneficial. It helps prevent chronic diseases, improves mental health, boosts longevity, and enhances overall well-being. However, here's the catch. It has to be done regularly. One-off workouts or spurts of activity won't cut it. Lieberman emphasizes that to truly benefit from exercise, it needs to be a consistent part of your lifestyle. This consistency is key to reaping the rewards of physical activity, from better cardiovascular health to improved mood. Now, here's a fascinating yet often underappreciated benefit of exercise: its potential to fight cancer. Numerous high quality studies have shown that physical activity is linked to lower cancer rates, particularly for breast and colon cancers. In one study that followed over 650,000 elderly individuals for more than a decade, those who exercised regularly had a 25 to 30% lower chance of cancer compared to those who were sedentary. Women who engage in moderate exercise for just 3 to 4 hours a week reduce their risk of breast cancer by up to 40%, and both men and women reduce their risk of colon cancer by up to 50%. But why does exercise have this effect? While the mechanisms aren't fully understood, it seems to be tied to how the body uses energy. First, exercise lowers reproductive hormone levels like estrogen, which are linked to breast cancer. Second, it helps manage blood sugar levels, preventing cancer cells from using sugar as their primary energy source. Third, exercise reduces inflammation, which is associated with many cancers. And finally, physical activity boosts antioxidants and immune function, helping the body fight off cancerous cells. So, the next time you're tempted to skip a workout, remember, exercise isn't just about looking good or feeling good. It's also a powerful tool in the fight against cancer. If you can make exercise a regular part of your routine, you're doing more for your body than you might realize. A lot of us think about exercise in a very narrow way: running, lifting weights, yoga. But Lieberman stresses that movement in general is what our bodies were made for. It's not just about hitting the gym, but about staying active throughout the day. Simple activities like walking, standing instead of sitting, and even doing household chores can add up to significant health benefits. The key takeaway here is that we don't have to be formal exercises to stay healthy. Any movement counts, and it's vital to stay active throughout the day, not just in designated workout sessions. Motivation is a huge challenge for many of us when it comes to exercise. But Lieberman highlights a fascinating insight. Our brains often seek immediate rewards, which is why we might not feel motivated to exercise, because there's no instant payoff. In fact, the benefits of exercise tend to show up later, not right away. However, Lieberman explains that once you form the habit, exercise becomes rewarding in its own way. It can become a source of pride, increased energy, and even social connection. The key is to push through the initial discomfort and stick with it long enough for those long-term rewards to manifest. Another interesting point Lieberman brings up is the social aspect of exercise. While we tend to think of exercise as an individual activity, humans have evolved to be social creatures. Physical activity was often done in groups, whether it was hunting, gathering, or even playing. Exercising with others can help motivate you and provide a sense of community. Lieberman argues that the social component of exercise is crucial for sticking with it. It's no wonder group workouts or team sports can be so addictive. They tap into that social, communal aspect of movement. Lieberman also takes a look at how technology has changed the way we think about exercise. On one hand, technology has made exercise more accessible. Think of fitness apps, online workout videos, and smart wearables. But on the other hand, it's also made us more sedentary in many ways, with all the distractions like social media, gaming, and streaming services. So, while technology can enhance our ability to track workouts or access virtual classes, Lieberman advises us to be mindful of how much time we spend on sedentary activities. The challenge is finding a balance where technology encourages activity rather than discouraging it. Finally, one of the most important takeaways from exercise is that we have to make physical activity enjoyable if we want to stick with it. Since our bodies didn't evolve to exercise for enjoyment, it's up to us to find ways to make movement fun. Whether it's through dance, hiking, or playing a sport you love, Lieberman encourages us to think about movement in terms of enjoyment. The more we associate exercise with fun, the more likely we are to keep doing it. If you dread your workouts, try switching things up and find a physical activity that you actually enjoy. So, to wrap it up, Exercise by Daniel Lieberman gives us a fascinating look at why exercise is so challenging for us, but also why it's incredibly important. While our bodies didn't evolve to work out, we can still reap the benefits of movement if we do it regularly, make it social, and most importantly, find ways to make it fun. If you want to learn more about Lieberman's insights, I highly recommend checking out the book. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.